Yeah, you already know what it is. Lethal Talent 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Let's go. Woo! Yo! Marquise Goodwin picked a dang good time to get on up out of the NovaCare Center, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. The Eagles just released the basically the COVID-19 reserve list, and that list includes Nate Gerry, Lane Johnson, and Jordan Mailata. So, I mean, really, what does it mean? I just find it awfully convenient that Marquise Goodwin, the day after Marquise Goodwin is like, no, no. Nah, homie, that ain't me. He knew. He heard that stuff circling in the buildings, and once these guys tested positive for it, he was like, I'm out. And I don't blame him. I said it yesterday, I don't blame him. I say it now, I don't blame him. I don't blame him or anybody else that wants to opt out when you have 3 people that are positive with COVID-19. Let me ask you a question, Doug. You still feel real safe? Doug, you feeling safe right now? Extremely safe? Extremely safe.
Rephrase. All right, let's regroup here.
Because I find that to be a bunch of bullshit today. Man, are you serious? You know what? I'm not even surprised at Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson just threw himself all over the place, working out, having everybody over, not social distancing himself, not really, just working out and trying to get himself better. And now he done possibly exposed everybody else to it. Nate Gerry, the white snake, yeah, well, you know it's snakes, and what is it? The coming of Armageddon or the apocalypse? Like you see like birds and snakes and shit. Well, there you go. You right there, man. And then you got Jordan Mailata, who's not going to be able to sing at all. Well, at least not for a minute. You know, I say it like I'm joking, but the reality is this. COVID-19, depending on who gets it, because your body has antibodies in it, right? Those antibodies, they make it easier to fight off infections. White blood cells and all that stuff, they fight off infections, right? I know a lot of people may not know this, but I'm schooling you today, so listen up, all right?
Hey, you're gonna learn today.
What happens when people's immune system, depending on how strong it is, they may be able to fight COVID, pretty well. Others that are, that are highly susceptible to it, like people with asthma or just COPD, lung cancer, stuff like that, or lung cancer survivors, or anybody else that has any kind of, problems or breathing diseases or disabilities. COVID-19 could do a lot of damage, if not kill you. Period. And now you have these guys who are in tip-top shape. And yeah, Lane Johnson, we have to really just take a close look. Keep these guys under a microscope. And if they are able to come back and play, if we have a season, if they're able to come back and play, you got to keep a close eye. Because COVID-19, again, it attacks your body, attacks your lungs, goes in that area and it festers, right? Well, if it depreciates your lung capacity, your ability to breathe, then you're not putting much oxygen into your body, which basically it takes a lot of that. Not only, running and conditioning, that plays a huge part. And now he's not going to be able to do that. And hopefully he doesn't have to, he doesn't get so bad to where he's, has to go to the hospital and is on a ventilator and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the worst case scenario. But that's going to take a lot, because then he's going to lose his muscle mass. His muscles are going to start to atrophy. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to have to build that up. And he can't do it in a fast pace. He's going to have to do all that slowly. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Nate Gerry. So now we have our star-studded right tackle, one of the best right tackles in the league. And now he's out. And now you got, so that's a flaw right there. And then you got our linebacker in Nate Gerry, who's one of the focal points of our linebacking core. And now he's going to be out, and somebody's going to have to replace him. And we don't have anybody really, because Nigel Bradham's out. You got Davion Taylor, but he's a project. He's a third-round project. He has a lot of upside, but make no mistake about it, he is a project. So now all you have is TJ Edwards, and I can't remember. I know it's Singleton. I can't remember his first name, but Singleton. And, other than that, I mean, Nigel Bradham, still a free agent out there. He's probably looking real good like right now, even though he took a step back last year. I mean, he's better than what you have right now. You know what I'm saying? I think TJ Edwards, he's projected to be, the breakout player of 2020, or breakout linebacker, breakout player, however you want to put it. He is expected to do that this season. If we have a season. You know what I'm saying? And then, how is it going to affect him? We have to keep these positions under a microscope. We have to keep these players under a microscope. And Jordan Mailata, yeah, he's a swing tackle. He's projected to be a swing tackle. They're trying to, get Stoutland to work with him and keep him up to speed and keep testing him and see if he's learning and see if he's progressing as a swing tackle. But now he's going to be pushed, or he's going to be held back because of, previously, before he was on injured reserve and it was his knee and all this stuff, and now he's got COVID. So that's going to put him back. You know what I'm saying? And who else do we know is exposed to this? You see what I'm saying? Like, these owners have to realize, you can look at baseball, with basketball, what happened with basketball earlier, you may be able to do stuff to kind of try to protect the players, but at this point, man, if one person gets it, it's most likely going to spread to other people, and then the dominoes are just going to fall in a row. You know what I'm saying? One thing is going to fall after another, and there's nothing you could do to stop it. You can only hope to contain it. You know what I'm saying? And, I don't blame Marquise Goodwin. And a lot of these guys need to start thinking, like, y'all have families. And you don't know whether or not these guys have someone that's highly susceptible to COVID at home. You know what I'm saying? So, we all are responsible for each other, whether we think so or not. We got to look out for each other. But, there's some people that just don't care or just are willfully ignorant. And you can't be that way. You cannot be that way. And so, I just hope that these owners, they basically, they're called owners for a reason. So they need to own up on their side and protect these players. You know what I'm saying? They had the agreement that these players were going to try to play. And now you have it like this. And I was hoping the Eagles wouldn't have to worry about this, because we hadn't had any stories of anybody having COVID-19 in the off season. And now as soon as we start getting together, it's boom, 3 players. Now we got to worry about them. And now these players have to worry about their families. You know what I'm saying? So, the NFL is going to have to do a better job. Whether or not they implement something, or just, if they have to cancel a game, if they have to cancel a season, I'm all about player safety. Make no mistake about it. I'm all about people safety regardless. You know what I'm saying? And you can think about making a buck, and I know we all want to be entertained. That's great, and that's all good and well. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, people's lives are more important. That's just real. That is real. That's how I feel. So, I mean, as much as we all want it, you know, we gonna have to deal with it if it happens, man. And I'd rather these guys be able to come back next year healthy and strong than having to try to go out there and play and possibly get sick and spread it to their family and somebody else dies. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we don't have to live with that. They do. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good and well until it affects us somehow, and then it's all like, oh, I didn't want this. I wasn't ready. Nah, homie. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Be safe. They need to be safe. You know what I'm saying? So, man, and then for those people out there that'd be like, well, you know, they can opt out and they get $125K and all this BS, man. I'm sorry. If you're trash and you can't play in the NFL or college or anything like that, then just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I accepted the fact I'm trash. I can't play football. I love to think that I'm out there on the field and I'm over there. I'm hitting somebody. We love to see hits, right? Boom, right? We love to see quarterbacks, especially Carson Wentz, throw it, freaking 70 yards to Deshaun Jackson. Boom, like hit him in stride, touchdown, right? Yeah, we all love to think that we could do that. We could do that when we just playing around, when we playing, street ball or just at a complex or something, pick up game. But this is real football, man. It's real people. Look, if they don't work, they ain't getting paid, right? I mean, it's already out there. They don't play, they don't get paid. And if they opt out, and it's smarter to opt out, because then they still get paid something. They still get something back. And I'd rather get something back than just not get anything at all. Because most likely all these guys that have gotten their paychecks have some big expensive bill they gotta pay for, and if you really think about it, we like neck to neck, right? Because if they don't get paid, they can't eat and they lose all their stuff. And if we don't get to go to work, well, that means we lose our house and all that stuff that we have too, right? If we can't pay for it off, we don't have any income, it's game over, right? So we like neck to neck, really, if you think about it. Yeah, they make more money, but that stuff go real quick if you ain't having the steady income to bring it to take care of all that. So anyway, man, that's all I got to say. I just hope that these guys can get back on their feet, that that their conditions don't get any worse, and that they haven't spread it to the other players. And I hope that these owners really just understand that this is very, very serious. And, and start considering whether or not they're going to have to start, thinking about just canceling the season. I don't want that to happen, and it sounds scary, but at the end of the day, I want these guys to be cool and safe. I don't want them to be like Marquise Goodwin and drop those weights and burn right on out of the NovaCare complex. So, but yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think. What do you think the owners may do? How do you feel about these players getting COVID? And what steps do you think that the owners could take to prevent it so that we can have a season? Just let me know also what you think about the coincidence about Marquise Goodwin. Do you think it's a coincidence, or do you think, it was just, he heard it and he basically planned after he heard it to get on out, man. So let me know in the comments below what you think about the video overall, and please please subscribe if you're feeling the content, and that's all I got to say. So as always, Go Birds, EAGLES, Eagles, and that's what's up. You guys take it easy. Peace.
In a battle, I'm lethal. Nigga too sweet and low, you ain't equal.